Our next guest. It's only Joe Wicks.
Hello, guys.
Hey!
I'm barely walking now. What a race. That's hard work, man.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really glad I finished it. It was an amazing atmosphere to come across that final bit down the side of the beach there. Like, everyone was cheering me on. It was so good, but I am in bits now. I'm not conditioned for this stuff, mate. I'm getting old. I'm 40 this month.
Oh, you're younger than us. You can't complain. So you're quite an old hand at these now. There's this running lark nowadays. You've done a few. You've turned up to a few races. When you enter into something like this, are you sort of ready to go? Do you know what have you got your routine that you're now into?
I've not done as many runs as you might think, and I think there's this expectation that because I love fitness and I'm fit as such, I want to run really fast. But people can't believe it when I say I'm Jeff, and they're like, "You ain't Jeff." And I said, "Yeah," because I ran the first half, but at the end I was like walking a little bit, running a bit. I really think you've got to sometimes celebrate the slow plod and enjoy the fact that you're still getting around it. It's always about the distance and the time. People are so obsessed with it, but I'm like, look, slow down. It's all good, man. So yeah, it took me 2 hours 25 minutes. I'm well happy with that. I got to meet a few people, stop for some selfies, and I did it. I got the medal.
Yeah, I think enjoying it is a huge achievement. It's not just about the time, for sure. How did the Great North Run compare to? I mean, you're a veteran of the London Marathon. Like, how the atmosphere out there? We always hear the Great North Run atmosphere is amazing. How was it for you?
I'm a vet. I don't know if I'm a veteran. I've only done it twice. I did it once in 2015. I did it this year, and London's obviously mega. But people kept saying to me, the Great North Run, it's a special one. It's one of the most amazing atmospheres, and it was true. They were giving out sweets and all the lovely signs, but it's just the noise, the sound, and then I got given a beer, mate. I got given half a tinny of beer, which I had on the way around. So it was a really just family sort of atmosphere, and people really came out for their houses to sort of like cheer you on. So it's quite unique in that sense because you're running through residential areas. All the kids are there. There's children there. There's grandparents there, and it was just a really, really lovely energy to get you pushed along, and move you through.
What's the motivation to run today then, Joe? What was the thing that got you out here? What were you doing? What was the driving force behind it?
Well, I'm actually here as an ambassador for Brooks. So I did, obviously Brooks are the headline sponsor, and I've did a little partnership with them where I was doing sort of some local park runs, and because I'm trying to get more people moving. So I think park runs amazing, and it's great for getting, those beginners sort of couch to 5K people out off the sofa and onto the local park. So I did a few of them. Did one yesterday, and is it Townmore Town Park, Town Park or Townmore it's called. Did a 5K, and then yesterday I got all the juniors warmed up for their run.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, so I'm here, here mainly for that, but it was just a nice little goal as well to set before my 40th, get it done, stay on track. But I do think having something in the diary and like a date,
exactly,
it's really good for your motivation to have something in the calendar.
Now, we've got people here, probably, I would say 20% of the audience here might be good at strength and conditioning. Like every good runner, it's the first thing to get ignored. As a man who knows how to do this, what are the key things that runners need to focus on when it comes to strength and conditioning?
Yeah, I think, you can't neglect the fact that, I'm not conditioned for this long-distance running, so I find it really hard, and my body's really sore now. But I do have strong legs. I do a lot of squats, single leg stuff, Bulgarian lunges, RDLs, things just to strengthen the major muscles because they are what's carrying you overall. So I think trying to fit in a couple of strength sessions a week, I think, will really transfer to your running. And then if you can, a more like high-intensity HIIT workouts as well. I think that really gives you the foundational cardio fitness as well.
You also you've got nutrition books out there as well. So what's your pre-run meal of choice, and what's your post-run indulgence?
So I was at the hotel in not Manchester. I was at the hotel in Newcastle this morning. I had a massive bowl of porridge with some honey and some berries, and I had a little chocolate croissant, guilty. And then that was me really. But obviously, I did have loads of jelly babies and sweets and sugar on the way around just to give me a little bit of extra energy. But today, for me, I've got to just find a good burger and chips. So if you know any good burger bands around, let me know, yeah?
I'm sure someone in the audience can give you some tips on that. How do you fit it all in, Joe? You're extremely busy. How do you fit in training for a half marathon alongside all the other things that you do?
I'd love to say that I did fit it in, but I didn't fit it in. That's why it took me 2 hours 25. Because obviously I run the business. I've got a fitness app. I've got, my workouts on YouTube that I do. I'm constantly filming, and then I want to train myself. So I didn't really do as much running, and I've got 4 kids, so I'm running around after them. By the time I've done that, I'm already exhausted. But yeah, I think I've done a couple of 5Ks, 2 10Ks. But it really reminds me that you've got to really respect the distance and respect the training. And if you're going to sign up to this, don't leave it a month before. Really take it seriously because you're going to have a much better day if you've done the foundational training, you've really layered on the fitness, and you've built that up over time. So next year, I think I'd give myself more months to train for it if I come back, yeah.
How do you find running as a bit of, as you say, you're very busy, lots of stuff going on. Does running, like the training when you get to it, does it offer you a bit of time just to sort of like chill out? Like,
Yeah.
can you use the running as a bit of sort of escapism?
Yeah, that's why, for me, like, I'm celebrating the Jeff-in and the slow plods, because I've ran a fast half marathon. I've ran a really fast 5K. I know I can do it, but I hate it.
Yeah.
I did it with Mo Farah. I ran around Bushy Park. I ran in 18:45, and I said I'll never do that again. I just wanted to see I could do it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't fun. I was hurt. I was injured. Well, I wasn't hurt, but I was just in pain. So I really get a lot more joy doing a nice, steady 30-minute 5K. Good for the mind and that. So yeah, I'm much more into my slow running.
You said that part of the motivation for doing this was that you're turning 40, so you're still younger than me and Ben. But is staying fit and healthy as you get older, is that a new priority for you now, do you think? Is it like, do you want to remain fit into your 40s and 50s?
Are you really over 40? You got baby. How old are you?
40, yeah.
You got baby faces, yeah. 1985, innit? Yeah. Look, yeah. Mobility is more important to me now. Longevity. I've got 4 kids. I'm running around. I want to be fit and I want to be injury free. So I'm doing things now that I never thought I'd do. I'm doing like reformer Pilates and the pigeon pose. I'm stretching. I can do. I'm nearly in the full splits because I was in so much pain and I kept doing all my workouts and wasn't treating the mobility stuff. So yeah, like anything. If you can't do a pull-up and you keep doing pull-ups, you'll eventually do them. And I just got stretching, and literally now my legs like that on the ground. It's mad.
I've got to say, Pilates is like game changer.
It's brilliant.
It's one of them ones that you kind of like secret hack in terms of like getting good at running, but also just being generally more mobile, more fit.
Yeah,
that sort of
I mainly use it for I do a few workouts, but I mainly do it for the stretching. I like the stretching. It's amazing for that. Yeah.
Out on the course today, was there a favourite moment, a least favourite moment? Like, was there bits where you sort of like, oh, this is the one, and then there was the dark bit that you always have?
I think my favourite moment was obviously like coming up to that mile 10 when you got over that steep bit and you came down, and then people were giving you the beer. I thought that was hilarious. I had a little sip of the beer. But yeah, I mean, I've been in pain all day, really.
Oh, no.
From like 10K. My legs were hurting from 10K. So I was walking a little bit and then I was running. So I did like a 1 minute walk, 4 minute run or something.
Are you into all the running tech, Joe? Are you someone who's like into like, Strava stats and all that stuff, or are you more like me with a Casio?
I do have an Apple Watch, and I do like tracking my, my distance. I'm not mad on the calories and stuff. It's more just like I like heart rate and distance and stuff. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really an endurance athlete. I've done the odd marathon, but I like a short, like 40-minute workout in the gym because I can be with the kids and get back on with the day. But running's so great because it's accessible, isn't it? Yeah. And that's why I really admire, the guys that set up and run parkrun, because it's getting so many people off the sofa moving, and I just think running's becoming very elite. It feels super elite, you know. And I know obviously things like Runner and Strava have really pushed that up, and it is amazing. It's great if you're motivated by that, but I think it puts off a lot of people who feel like I can never run a 5K. You might not run a 5K, but you can definitely Jeff it, and you can walk it, and one day you will. Do you know what I mean? It's just about building it up.
How do you think then the things like social media also add to that? Like, you're a man who's out there putting out a message of keeping fit, as moving as much as you possibly can. How do you think that people can sort of cope with the comparison of looking at what others are doing and probably maybe not enjoying their own running as much because they feel like they're not achieving like other people?
Well, I think, it used to be like a 3-hour marathon was unbelievable, and people were like, that's amazing. And now it's looking like it's so normal. Everyone runs 3 hours. Everyone's running 2:50, 2:40 marathon. It's not. It's a really elite group of people. But because of social media and sharing your Strava stuff to Instagram, you think everyone's running these crazy times. But yeah, someone like me, for example, because I'm celebrating and championing like slow running and plodding and walking and jeffing, like, it's good because it means the average person might go, if Joe does that, he don't mind. Why can't I do a 5K or sign up for a 10K, Yeah. But you might be really motivated by the numbers. I'm just not that driven by the speed. It's more about the distance and just covering it. Do you know what I mean? And enjoying the atmosphere. Like, I stopped for loads of selfies today. If I was trying to run a 1:30 marathon, I wouldn't even look up. I would have just carried on and just ignored all the shouts and all the people. So for me, I get more joy out of like meeting people. But if you're an elite athlete, smash your PB. But I think it's nice to also have a day where you go, I'm just going to run a bit slower today and save an extra 30 minutes to stop and have a breather and see everyone.
If there's anyone out there who's listening who's never run but maybe comes to an event like today and feels quite inspired, what would be your advice to someone just starting off?
I'd say that even if you just start with walking and you make it a daily thing, like you maybe say 15 minutes a day, and then the following week you might go, I feel I could do 20 today, and before you know it, you're signing up for a marathon. I mean, that is really what happens. People do my YouTube videos to a 5K, to a half marathon, to a London marathon or a Great North Run, and it's that thing of progression. It's just once you get going, and forget about the times and your physical fitness. Think about your head. How do you feel at the end of it? Does it help you with your parenting? Does it help you with your sleep? Does it help you feel less stressed and less anxious? Like these are the things that get me out and get me moving. And then I think when you adopt that mindset, then you become someone who really loves exercise.
Yeah.
Because you see the benefits, and it's not about your body image or you weighing yourself. It's about how you feel and that, you know, that post run or that post workout high that you get. And that's what I say. You never regret a workout. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your idea of a perfect run today? You said, Joe, that you've done fast running before, and now you may be more into just taking it all in. But what would be a kind of perfect idea of a run for you right now?
Well, I like running. I live near a lovely park in Richmond called Richmond Park, and I also got Virginia Water Lake. So I like going out on a Sunday, like for a 10k. 10k is like my sweet spot, about an hour normally or 70 minutes, and I can take my kids. I can push the stroller, like get them out of the house. So yeah, I think my ideal distance is 10k. But now and again, it's nice to set a little bit of a challenge and do a half marathon if you can. But again, I like the idea of just not having my watch on sometimes. You know what I mean? Because we're so obsessed with our 4-minute pace. I'm slowing down. Like, I think running slow is really good for the body. It's good for the mind. Yeah.
How about with the family and the kids, getting them active? What's the best? What have you found works in terms of? I've seen lots of lovely kids out here today, all having a nice time.
Well, they're so lazy, my kids. You know, they don't want to do anything. Just because they're body coach kids doesn't mean they're active. Like, they don't want to go running. They don't want to go on the bikes. They don't want to go and do kickboxing in the garden. But I have to say, come on, we're doing it, and we do it as a family. And I think you've got to realise that as a parent, I don't know if you've got kids, but it's my responsibility to keep my kids active. It's not their responsibility. So I try and just do little activities, whether it's going out on our scooters or, you know, around the block on the bikes. Like, just little wins, little 10-minute wins, little half an hours away from screens.
Yeah.
It's really positive.
It's really interesting you say that. Like, kids of the fitness coach and the fitness, like, we both work at Run as well. So we're obviously, everyone's like, get your kids running.
Yeah.
But it's very different, isn't it? Like, you can't make them, you can't force them to do the thing that you love doing. And I find that's quite one of those interesting points, was if you've got a passion as the parent, it's quite hard trying to get the kids involved without pushing it on them.
Yeah. I think you can at an early age, like, you can kind of get them to do what you want, but it's when they hit the sort of 12, 13, 14, and they're going to... That's why I really believe that you've got to try and inspire them young. You've got to get in their DNA so that they want to do it because they feel good. Yeah. And it takes a lot of effort, man. It's like you've got to be doing it and getting out and, you know, championing fitness as much as you can. Yeah. And it could be in the shape of like a workout. It could be you just go and do a bit of indoor climbing, or you go to the soft play and go to the farm. Like any running around is still exercise, isn't it? Yeah.
Joe, thanks so much for coming on the Run as Well podcast, talking about exercise in general on the Great North Run. Congratulations today.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll see you back here at some point. And thank you very much for your time.
Nice one. Thanks, guys.